I've been feeling so down, yeah.
Alright, hi everyone. The first item that I am going to upcycle is this red wrap dress from Shein, I think. And the reason I don't wear this too much is because it's just so short. So when I sit down, it's very uncomfortable, but I definitely really like the look and feel of the material, so I didn't want to just throw it away. So I figured that since it was too short as a dress, I wanted to turn it into a top. Originally, the plan was basically to just cut off the skirt and have it as a sort of cami crop top, but I realized that I didn't like this scrunchy part because it was just a little bit tacky. So what I decided to do was a total revamp, and I basically just ripped open every seam until I just had the raw fabric to work with. This is definitely the most extreme upcycle of this video, so don't worry, the other ones are more simple, but for this design I decided that I wanted this off-the-shoulder crop top, similar to the one that I had made in my sewing clothes with satin because it's cheap and shiny video. So basically there were going to be 3 components of this top: the sleeves, the lace up front, and the basic body part, which is just a very big rectangle. I started sewing the body. I didn't have enough fabric to make a full rectangular piece that was long enough to go around my entire torso, so I had to sew an extra panel in the back, but overall pretty simple. And then I punched some holes on the edges of the long rectangle for the lace up front. And for the string part, what I did was sew a really long, thin piece of fabric inside out and then flip it so that it would be kind of a very long tube, and then I reinforced it in the middle so that it would not come apart. Now for the sleeves, I was trying to decide on how I wanted to do them because I had a few options. I definitely didn't have enough fabric to do long sleeves, so it had to be short sleeves. At first I was thinking just like basic tight short sleeves, but then I wanted to try the Cinderella sleeves that were kind of like droopy, and I tried that, but it didn't really work out. But what I decided that I could do with those droopy sleeves was insert an elastic into them to kind of make them like little scrunchies for a poofy sleeve, because I had made a lot of scrunchies in the past before and they're pretty simple. So all I did was make the sleeves into scrunchies, and then all of a sudden it turned into a really cute top with these like scrunched up fluffy sleeves. And that is pretty much it. I'm very, very proud of this one. It's ever so slightly lopsided and also a little bit too short, but hey, it's cute, and you know, you can wear high-waisted pants.
No friends of mine, no friends of mine around, yeah.
Now for this one, this is a super cute floral dress, and when I put it on, I was like, I don't want to cut it, but I literally never wear it because, again, it is too short and it's just really not my style. Like this girly floral ditzy style, even though I wish it were my style because it's so cute and very summery, but I just don't feel very comfortable in it. So I wanted to cut off the skirt and make it into a little crop top that I could wear with like jeans or something. So this one should be pretty straightforward. All I did was cut off the skirt and sew a hem, and honestly it's a little short for my comfort, but with a pair of high-waisted pants it should be fine. Just this whole video is just me making things too short. Please ignore the shorts. I didn't bother styling these outfits or anything, and I had like worked out earlier. Now for this one, I know it is so cute, but the truth is I don't wear it enough to keep it. So my plan was to make it into a cardigan and crop top set, which I had seen other people do online, and I thought it was super cute. Now my gravest mistake with this one is, since the real buttons only went down so far, I knew that this cardigan was going to be a very, very short cropped cardigan. So I just cut it straight across where the real buttons ended, but what I failed to consider was that since it was meant to be buttoned in the front, I can't just cut it straight across. I should have left more length in the back. Because of this, it is kind of tapered and it looks stupid and it's just like really short in the back, but anyway, I took the L. You know, there's a good chance that I might wear this top alone without the cardigan because it's crappy. And to be honest, I feel kind of disappointed with this one. I liked it better as a dress, but it is what it is, and I definitely wouldn't have worn the dress anyway. And it was also kind of tight. Yeah, I'm trying to justify this so I don't get engulfed with crippling regret. So I got this dress a really long time ago from Pretty Little Thing, and it fits horribly even though I bought my usual size. Pretty Little Thing is just awful with their sizing, so I don't shop there anymore. So the problem with this dress was that it was so tight that I literally could not walk correctly, which was so sad because it's a gorgeous dress, and I really like dresses of this length, but unfortunately if I didn't make it any looser, I really couldn't wear it, so that would have been a pity. Originally, I was just going to take some off the bottom so that at least I could move my legs, but then I decided that the rest of the dress is too tight even if I cut off a little bit of the bottom. So what I did was I decided to make it a top. The straps on the top were actually fraying a little bit, which is why I decided to not just cut off the skirt and call it a day, even though that would have been very easy. So what I did was cut off the straps to reuse, and I decided to make a square neck top instead, and I made this double layered because I was literally making a very long dress into an itty bitty crop top, so might as well make it a little more reinforced as to not waste the material.
I don't know what life about. Another day go by, don't know what got me down. June blues, yeah, I got the June blues, yeah. Walk around like who you, yeah. There's something you get used to, yeah. Go blame the June blues, yeah. It's just the
So this jumpsuit is from Fashion Nova, and you know, we had a good run. I was really into wearing this jumpsuit for a really long time, but then eventually I just grew out of it and I was gaining a lot of weight and my stomach would kind of protrude and it wasn't the most flattering fit. So I kind of grew out of this jumpsuit, and it's honestly about time to upcycle it into something new. So I decided to turn it into a dress. At first I was going to turn it into a crop top, but then I wanted to see if I could make it a bodycon mini dress because I think it would be such a waste if I just cut off the entire pants part and threw it away. So what I did was I took out the seams of the pants portion and then I just sewed it together into a skirt. And at first I wanted to make a very long midi dress because that is more my style, but then after doing that I realized that the pattern was no longer straight and it looked really weird, like it was tapering at a really weird spot. So I decided to make it a little shorter to the point where it didn't look like it was merging into the center, and honestly I'm pretty happy with this. It's pretty cute, even though I don't wear mini dresses a lot, but overall a pretty decent upcycle, I would say. Now this next one some of you may recognize if you've been following me for a while, and it's so sad because I feel like I haven't had this dress for like a very long time, but my problem with it was that it was just poorly made and the neckline was really weird and it was also really loose because I feel like I got the wrong size, and overall it just wasn't a very flattering fit, especially for my body type. So I figured it would be best to try to make it a little bit tighter and create a square neckline and get rid of the sleeves and the neckline altogether, and maybe make some straps so that it could be like a really cute thick strapped square neck dress. But all I ended up doing was cutting off the neckline and the sleeves and sewing it so that it was a little bit tighter, and then just hemming the top of it so that it was a strapless dress with an elastic band. And honestly, I don't really know how I feel about it, but it definitely fits better than it did before. The reason I didn't include the straps was because there weren't any good scraps of fabric left for me to use because the sleeves were really like scrunched up, so the straps would have definitely looked a little bit weird. So that is why I decided to go for a strapless look.
Hey, it said fashion of the future.
Yeah, fashion of the future. I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Now you in infinity, we 98. Trust that he be good. On the ball like BB, don't make no mistakes. Got the faith. The 18 just not gonna be the same. Finna bleed down generations, not gonna be in vain. Too young. Why you gotta go? Why you gotta go? I just wanna know. I just wanna know now. Too numb. Try and get no.